Hey, Joe Zarzaur here with Dr. Malone for another segment on Zarzaur Law TV. Everybody's noticed this recently. I think the Walgreens and CVS both have their version of the 1 minute or minute clinic where they have a doc, I guess, or a nurse practitioner in a box, and he or she is there to, I guess, for money to diagnose and treat some of the more mundane things. Now that we have this new facility, if you will, providing medical services, they join urgent care centers that have been around for a while, and emergency rooms, of course, that have been around for a while, and then everybody's primary doctor. So we're asking Dr. Malone today, how do these minute clinics work, number one, and how do they fit into the scheme of things, and is there anything to be concerned about as far as navigating through the maze, if you will, or the much greater selection now of docs that you can see for everyday ailments?
Yeah. Well, I would say that emergency rooms are for true emergencies, but someone who's not medically in tune is not going to know what the difference is. Like, should I go to the big bad trauma center or should I go to an urgent care center? So the idea is, if you feel that this is just like a nagging, I got the sniffles, running a fever, yeah, urgent care is for you. But if you have a true injury and something is, you're bleeding a lot,
trauma,
things like that, you go to an ER. With the trend towards some of these urgent care clinics or these minute clinics, like at CVS, I think Target's starting to have them, Walmart even has them. That is going to continue, and some folks are calling that like the sleeping giant, where this is a niche that needs to be filled, where there are people who are willing to pay cash. It's a convenience factor. They can get whatever their issue is fixed quickly, so that they're not sitting at the trauma center for 4 hours while true traumas are being taken care of, and they're over there with their sniffles or whatever the case may be.
Or an urgent care center where you still wait 30 minutes or so.
Yeah, exactly. So you're going to start seeing more of that, but it's tread cautiously, meaning go there for the quick fix, for what truly requires a quick fix. Don't go there for, can you refill my thyroid medication? Can you change my insulin dose? That's not what these are necessarily meant for. These physicians aren't there to follow you for your chronic conditions. I would urge you at that point to have a primary care provider or a group of primary care providers if they work under the same umbrella in the same brick and mortar location. So that would be when you need to, as a patient, empower yourself to say, wait a second, it doesn't make sense. Why did I go to an ER and they said, take this medication for your blood pressure? It would make sense that you need to follow up somewhere so that that drug can be, increased, decreased, discontinued, depending on how your body's tolerating it or whatever the issue may be.
From a legal perspective, obviously this does have application to our practice because we handle medical malpractice cases. Obviously, the more places you can get medical care, the more likely, there's a greater likelihood that mistakes could happen, especially if it's a minute clinic and you happen to present there with something that's can't be handled in a minute, and they miss it or they don't fully diagnose something. So I would urge everybody that has an issue related to a possible misdiagnosis or a failure to diagnose altogether at any urgent care, ER, or a minute clinic to let us know. We can talk to you about that and counsel you about whether or not there is a case. As far as the advice that Dr. Malone gave you from a medical perspective, I think it's valuable because you can it can help you decide which place is best for whatever malady you have at the time. Thanks for joining us. You can find us on the web at zarzaurlaw.com. 855-HIRE-JOE is the firm's phone number. Thanks.